Hi, my name is Lindsay Madrigal. I am a Diamond Beachbody coach. I started coaching about 10 months ago, and I am not quite sure how I'm going to keep my story or what I care to share about it to 2 or 3 minutes, but I'm going to attempt it because I would love to have the opportunity to be on stage at the next Super Saturday on January 7th and speak to however many people are in that room, whether it be 10 or 800 to share my story, because I know that I was given it to share it and to help people. And beginning this coaching journey is what made me realize that, and has given me the opportunity to talk about my story on social media and connect with people and help them get started on their health and fitness journey and a new way of life and a better self, just their best self. So basically from the age of 12 years old, I felt like I was lost in this world. I don't know what 12-year-old thinks like that, but at 12, I wanted to know why I was here and what I was here to do. I went home and told my parents I wanted to be a model. I loved being girly. I loved fashion. I loved makeup, and I was reading a magazine, and I said, oh, I could do this. Maybe I can be someone. Maybe I can make a difference once I get where I think I need to go or where that can possibly lead me. And I pursued that for a little while. I wanted to have my own show one day. If it had anything to do with just things I liked, cooking, fashion, just being me, then that would be the greatest thing on earth. So like every other kid, I went through middle school and high school just trying to find myself. I was very athletic, didn't struggle with weight much, but from academics to athletics, I was sort of average. I aspired to be like some of the girls on the team who were really, really talented, and I just didn't have that. I had heart, and I would give 150% on the field, on the track, but I wasn't a top athlete, and I wasn't an A student, but I worked my butt off, and I did the very best I could do. I might have looked like I had the fairy tale life. I fell in love with my husband in high school. We started dating in 11th grade. I went through college. I got my first degree, still feeling somewhat lost. We got married. It was really like a fairy tale, a dream come true. I still felt lost, though, in what I was here to do. I didn't believe I was here to just go to a job and bring home a paycheck. I believed that there was something for me that was full of passion and reward and fulfillment, and not that anything I was doing along the way wasn't something I enjoyed or something I was good at, but it just didn't have that feeling like this is it. A year after getting married, I went through probably the toughest experience ever, and I wouldn't wish it on anyone. It was very sudden. I completely broke down, basically. I went through a severe depression, panic attacks. I had to basically walk away from a job, walk away from my life as I knew it, rely on family for a while. So for someone who was feeling lost, that just did it. That was a moment that I felt like I completely lost myself. And here I was on this journey to try and find myself, and I do sort of believe that you can't find yourself until you completely lose yourself. So looking in, I think that people who don't know me might think, oh, you seem to have it all. You have a job, and you've lost all this weight, and you're happy all the time. But what they don't know is that my past was not like that. And for several of the last years in my 20s, they were the darkest times I've ever had in my life. I didn't even know existed, actually. It was an internal pain that I couldn't even really understand. I can't even really explain it. But it's just a pain that I wouldn't wish on anybody. And there were times that I didn't know if I could make it through that. I just, day to day, I had trouble just living. And that's the honest truth. I didn't work for a while, and it took a long time, what felt like an eternity, to pick myself back up from that. And when I did, I realized that I was fixing the inside. I was feeling happy again. I was seeing the light. I mean, it's so true. You can't see the light until you've seen the darkness. And I started feeling so good that I wasn't realizing what I was doing to my body. And for the first time in my life, I started struggling with weight. And I turned 30, and I looked at a picture of myself, and I had no idea who I was. I mean, like almost unrecognizable. I had gained so much weight. And it was in that moment I knew that the time was coming where we would want to start a family. And that was something that honestly had to get put on the back burner. It wasn't something that we could talk about or think about or even hope for, because that's how bad that experience was for me. And that's traumatizing when you're a woman. And I just knew that when that time was right, even though it's never right, but when it was a better time, I didn't want to be this person. I didn't want to be uncomfortable in my skin. I didn't want to be depressed. I didn't want to be anxious. I didn't want to be unhealthy and be carrying a lot of extra weight and just go through that journey with any of that baggage. And that's when I decided to really focus on my physical health and my, getting my body back into shape and eating better and just finding the balance in all of it. I had found, a way to work with the mental health issues I had experienced, and I was better equipped now that I had the knowledge and the experience to deal with it and to still deal with it. This isn't stuff that goes away, unfortunately, but I've learned how to deal with it and how to find balance in my life, and exercise and health is part of that. And just adding that part to my journey, which I call my mind, body, and spirit journey, really just showed me a completely different life and made me realize that this is the life that I want to keep. This is the life. And then knowing that there was this opportunity that I can share what I did with other people and give them hope and share my story and let them know that I came back from rock bottom, like the worst of the worst, and worked on me and little by little chipped away at every horrible thing that I experienced, that I carried my whole life, all those, fears and qualities that weren't so good, like perfectionism and just constant worry and living in the future. Like, this was all stuff that I can help other people with. So I'm just so grateful that I have this opportunity, and that social media, even not even just the coaching, but social media has helped me connect with people and share this, like stuff that I never even talked about with people I worked next to every day, or friends that knew me for years, because I was embarrassed. And it was like the scariest thing to have to talk about. And then I started talking about it, and people started connecting with me and thanking me and following me and cheering me on and telling me that they read all my stuff. And it was just, it felt like a gift. So this is way longer than it was supposed to be, and I don't even know that it'll be watched. It was supposed to be a few minutes, but I went off the cuff and I just did this. I just turned this on and started videoing, because that's the raw, real, authentic version of what I can share with you about my story. So I hope you've watched it, and I hope to continue to have this opportunity to share what I've learned about myself, about life, about health and fitness, through the business that I've started, through my social media, through my writing and blogging, and I just can't help but feel like I finally found myself and found my place and found where I'm supposed to be. And I truly believe that it's what God meant for me all along, and I just had to go a really roundabout way and jump over a lot of hurdles. And it is in the journey that we experience the change, and that this end result and getting here is where we can really appreciate it. It's really in the journey. So thank you for watching.